I'll be really brief, and I think that is something most people tend to like. If you don't like my position, you'll like that I'm quick in saying it. This is one of the biggest issues facing West Virginia right now. It's environmental, it's economic, it's clean water, it's people being affected, and that's why this was filed. 98 people were concerned enough to sign on to this. A number of those still remain after this morning. We think that after looking over this permit, meeting with these folks, looking at what's going on down there, talking with everybody that can be affected by this permit, that the permit as issued is inadequate. There's severe and substantial problems in this area that could occur, in particular with water. And that's probably what you're going to hear the most of today. And based on the evidence we're going to put on today, we think that this permit should just be denied. It should be revoked. That's what we're asking for. We're not asking for amendments. It should be revoked. This should not happen. It's so close to a public drinking source that's underground that 2,000 people rely on for their drinking water, that without further investigation, study, and due diligence, and just making sure that this water is not going to be foul, without having that, this shouldn't be issued.
I'll attempt to be brief as well, but I want to try to address each of their appeal things because he's calling into question that the permit's inadequate. Well, this permit follows the law, follows our regulations on what is required to protect the environment, the water, the health and safety of the public and the citizens of West Virginia. The groundwater monitoring plans do anticipate measuring and monitoring groundwater to ensure that the PSD water and anyone else using well water in the area is protected. There are also general protections with regards to the placement of toxic overburden and other materials. The mining method of the high wall mining is down dip to prevent acid mine drainage coming through the backfill. And so not only are there protections up on the mining site alone to prevent acid drainage and selenium drainage through the aquifer and over the hill into the surface stream, but there are monitorings in effect. It's proven that in this area that the outlets only are anticipated to flow only 3 or 4% of the time during precipitation events. And during those events, when water does flow, it will be diluted to the point to where it won't have a significant impact. Important about the PSD water in this fact is that the groundwater monitoring point is up from the PSD, between the PSD and the mine. It's closer than any other water well or in the area where this monitoring point is. So if an issue should arise in that monitoring seat,